Welcome to the after party.
Hop out to the real party at the fucking after party.
What you say again?
On some real shit, this dude right here that's holding the camera, he might be the next LeBron James.
You feel me?
Now, how you see it?
I'm a good host. I am a good host.
Oh, it's the party calling.
I am the green grass, that other side meaningless. I put the AL in alien, not too many made like this.
But it's good to have y'all back, man. It's good to see that all of y'all are doing safe, or being safe and everything, man. But today I have a special guest with me. You know, I've known this guy for a few years, since high school, right?
Probably middle school.
Yeah. Middle school.
I'm thinking.
You went to West?
No, never mind. Yeah, high school.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say.
But we rode the same bus though.
I think like freshman year.
Freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, my bad. We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
I have with me here ALxSoul,
Yes,
young
sir.
up and coming artist from Columbus, Ohio. What's going on?
It's good. Chilling.
How's life been for you, man, during this COVID?
It's been it's had its up and downs, I would say. Health wise, been up and down. School wise, up and down. Music wise, up. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of differences with everything that's going on in my life, but you know, I'm just hanging in there.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Staying cool.
You were sick earlier this year, weren't you?
Yeah, I was sick. I had some stomach problems, like in April. All of April, pretty much.
Not COVID though, right?
Nah, it wasn't COVID. But I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease back in high school.
Yeah.
So I always had them symptoms here and there, some pancreatic symptoms. So been dealing with them since freshman year of high school, 15 years old. I'm 22, you know, just fighting, trying to find the right diet for it, you know what I'm saying, and just get my health where it needs to be. So
Absolutely, man.
it's cool now.
Health
Everything's
is
good. Health is wealth, for sure.
Yeah.
That's some facts.
Yeah. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. How'd you get your name? You know, where you from? You know, how you get started doing music? What's your comic book episode 1 story? Let's hear it.
All right, let me see. I got my name. I got my name from, well, I guess my sister, she always called me Al growing up. So I always call her Al by my like sisters and brothers. And then growing up, probably like starting freshman year of high school, I started listening to, you know, Kendrick and J. Cole and whatnot. And then I started listening to ALxSoul.
ALxSoul, yes.
Yeah. And I think I definitely was inspired by him. So I got my name from him partially. Especially because the way he, like his metaphors and what he uses, so much of it goes over my head. You know what I'm saying? It goes over everybody's head. And it's like, each time I listen to something, I find something new, like from his bars, like find something like, dang, he said that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm trying to be with people too, you know what I'm saying? So trying to be, a lot of stuff's gonna go over people's heads, my music wise. So that's how I got my name, man. ALxSoul.
I remember when I first heard you, I heard that one line from, I forgot what, Alien is what it's called. You guys go check that out on DSPs.
Yes,
but you started off, you were like, I am the green grass, and the other side meaning less. And I was like, okay.
Yes,
like, you got the entendres already at a young age, man. When did you end up recording that?
I recorded that in
2019 or
yeah.
2019? Okay.
Yep. I wrote it in 2018. So had a little minute of time. I actually had a different beat for it initially. This little type beat that had like SpongeBob in the background and shit. It was cool for real. But I lost the beat. Like I could not find it again. So I was like, fuck it, I'm about to find this other beat. Found this other beat, just as good. Bought it and everything. I'm like, yeah, let me put this John out. Recorded it. Pretty cool, man. I put the AL in alien, bro. It's not a Bible, but it's part of who I am now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So how have you been grinding through COVID musically? How have you been improving? How have you what have you been working on?
Bro, to be honest, COVID music wise has been a blessing.
It really has.
Like creation wise, I should say, like overall, because you have so much more time to think about stuff, so much more time to give exactly how you want, the energy you want into the music that you're trying to make, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The writings, the poetry that I'm trying to do. all the stuff I'm trying to do for my next album, bro. I've been writing so much, and it's like, man, it's just coming to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Versus like being in class right now, or having to be in class instead of that lockdown happening. I wouldn't have had that time. You know what I mean? So it sped the process up. I feel like, and that helped out a lot.
I feel like it kicked a lot of people into gear. I know it had for me. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking earlier. I was like, bro, I'm stressing over just making this work. Like, period. Just anything. So.
Bro, that's how it be. I be stressing over stuff, but then at the end of the day, you gotta realize the stress is only something that's always gonna like come for you working hard to get what you want. Like it's gonna come, but it's gonna go too. You just gotta wait it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Let it happen, and you know, that's what I do.
Yeah. So we're not gonna skip over you talking about your new tape, but first I want to talk about the Lost Constellations EP, your last EP, man. How did that come together? You know, what was the feedback from it? I like it a lot. There's a lot of good songs on there.
I appreciate that.
You know, but I want to hear directly from the artist. That's why I have you guys sit down to talk about exactly how the beats were made, how you were feeling when the project dropped. So explain it a little bit.
Yeah, I got you.
Good.
So Lost Files Constellation. That drawing, it's basically from 2017 to now, 2020. All the files, all the songs that got lost on the way. You know what I'm saying? That didn't really make the cut, but like was there, and it was a part of my growing process. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, well, What to Find, that made the cut. Obviously, that's the first song. That's on all platforms, but and it's hard too. Like my bro Lucio Grant. He made that beat, I recorded with him, and it's a gem. So that's always gonna be there. I'm grateful for that. Got what's the next one? Mockingbirds.
Mockingbirds is fire.
It is fire, bro. Like Sage really came on there, Cutie Pie came on there, bro. Spazzing. Like I didn't even see it coming, but I did see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Cause she kept telling me she wanted to hop in the stew with me and stuff, and I'm like, all right, bet. You can't talk about it, but let's be about it. So we finally got to record. We recorded that in my crib, my apartment up in Akron. Recorded it. I'm like, dang, like this is a heater. But we didn't do any actual studio time with it. But that was solely because that beat, like it was so can't even use it like on all platforms or anything. So it ain't really no point. But that beat's hard, bro. I think it's an Icy Twat beat.
It is
pretty hard, bro.
It's hard, bro.
So, we was both spitting on it, man. Like,
no, for sure.
And we matched our energies, you know what I'm saying? So
your lyricism is, you probably underrate yourself even lyrically. But I hear you, I'm like, okay, he listens to the ALxSouls, the Kendricks, the Vince Staples, the Earls, like, you grew up off that. You know what I'm saying? We went to the same school. All that music was right there. We could go in the study hall, right on the computer in the library, look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right,
bro. Nah.
Yeah. So you had you said you had a place up in Akron. Did you go to school there, or?
Yeah, I go to school at Akron, electrical engineering major. So yeah, I got 1 year left. So it's a smooth sailing now. I got through the hard part, thank God. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful. Yeah. Engineering, bro, is no joke. Like coming into it, I did not expect it to be as it was. You know what I'm saying? But I don't regret like giving up or anything, nothing like that. Like switching majors or nothing like that. Actually, this was my major. I was initially computer engineering, and I changed because I was in this programming class. Programming class. I was like, I don't know about this, bro. I might have to. I like hardware more, bro. I like wiring stuff, hands-on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I switched to that, but I still do like programming. It's just I don't know. I feel like I'm like 75% hardware versus and like 25% coding. Yeah. Versus like the opposite or something like that. Computer science majors, good luck to y'all, man. Essentially
it's the same thing, but
yeah,
you're putting you like hands-on type stuff. It's the same thing, but just with computers. You know what I'm saying? I did switch to computer science first semester, and I was like, bro, I can't do this. It takes a different type of mind to work out computer science, but credit to them though. And credit to you, because it takes a different type of mind to do electrical engineering. Yeah. I wouldn't even think of stepping into that room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know how to talk. So
yeah.
How did you get interested in that? Like,
man, I guess growing up, I was like always into technology and stuff. I wanted to be like a coder. I wanted to be a web designer. there was all these different things that I wanted to do. And then I went to, what was his name? Mr. Lewis for junior, senior year of high school. Shout out Mr. Lewis. I was in robotics and advanced robotics. Were you in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, bro.
That's probably where we.
That's where we got cool.
To,
yeah, facts. They, bro, that gave me inspiration though, cause he went to Akron too. So I was, he told me a little about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, all right, let me apply to Akron and stuff. I applied, and bro, it's crazy because like I really wasn't about to end up going there, bro. And it's like a week before or 2 weeks before I got this scholarship out of nowhere, and cause like right before that, I was like, damn, you might have to just do C-State, go to C-State, and then go to OSU or something. But I got that scholarship like a week before moving day, bro. And they was like, oh yeah, you said. I was like, all right,
yeah. Tell the audience about your sports background now. You are a soccer player.
Soccer, man.
I remember watching you play before my freshman football games, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I love it. Up, bro.
I love it. I started playing soccer like 4th grade and been playing since, bro. I only do like, pickup games now, but all the high school I was playing and stuff. And bro, it's so good to get your mind off of things. It helps you get your mind off things, like any sport. Like it helps you just focus on like your goal, like at that moment. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's what scoring or getting the ball to somebody, facilitating or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's really good. I love soccer, bro. Watching it, that's another story. I do love watching it, but I always have a hard time making the time to watch it because there's always so much other stuff I want to do. Mm-hmm. So, but once it starts coming back on, no, I'm about to be on it.
Oh, it's about to start.
Yeah, I know.
The NBA is about to start back up.
Everything's starting, ain't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, they can't stop the money for that long.
Nah.
3 months.
It's crazy, bro.
40 million people unemployed, like stuff like that. Like once you start hearing them numbers, you like, all right, we gotta open something.
It's wild.
Or do something like. I realized a lot of people. This exposed a lot of people to this corona or this COVID. It's either I'm gonna fold or I'm gonna step up. No matter what, no matter where, no matter what you're doing, where you work, a 9 to 5 entrepreneur, it don't matter. A lot of people, hit a lot of stuff hit them at once. But at the same time, a lot of people was like, all right, I'm about to nut up. Nut up for shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, like, you got to step up to the plate sometimes. People got kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You either fold or you going to make it, So
yeah.
This life ain't for the weak. No. To be honest with you. Like, at all. Like, that's for everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But, man.
Especially being an artist, though. You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with putting yourself out there creatively as an artist like that? How did you handle it at first? Was it hard? Like,
I'm not gonna fake to you, bro. It's hard. It is hard. I don't like doing it. I don't like posting all like that when it comes to just like promoting myself.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that, bro. I don't feel selfish, but I just feel like I'd rather the audience take care of it instead of me constantly having to post my shit 24/7. I ain't trying to do all that, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'll do it for the first week, but once it comes down to that, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, it's up to the audience. It's up to the people to spread it out. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
So it's either gonna fold or it's not. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It's a lot of watching your own numbers at this stage of the game. Like, we don't got contracts with nobody or partnership deals or signed to a label or nothing like that. So it's hard not to care about numbers, but it's hard to not invest in them at the same time.
Exactly.
Because if you see the numbers going up on the song, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, this song lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But at the same time, if you put something up that you know is good, and then it's not getting numbers, you're like, all right, nah, fuck them. Like, you don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know what they watching. They don't know what they listening to. But it's gonna come. That's where you be. Just like you just sit back and just let it happen. Like I was probably the first 2 weeks. I was looking at the little numbers, bro. Like, come on, bro. Just gotta get 100. Just gotta hit this. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, Apple Music. I was looking at all of them.
Yeah.
But past 2 weeks, I ain't been looking at none of that shit, bro. Like I'm on the next thing, bro. I'm on the next thing. I'm on the album at this point. that's just, I mean, it was a Lost Files constellation. That's the name of it, you know what I'm saying? So it's that for a reason. So
Facts. It's a classic though.
yeah,
It'll
it's a
be
little
forever be a
gem, bro.
classic, man.
It is a
Yeah,
little-
at least in my opinion. Nobody else's opinion matters besides it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that
what
shit's a
I'm saying.
classic. to
It's
me.
definitely a classic, bro.
Let's talk about the album though. You got a name, you got a concept, but like what's it gonna be? Or is it just another piece of work, Lost Files, constellation type thing where you just put it together?
Nah, it's not gonna be like Lost Files at all. It's
Okay.
gonna be completely different, bro. Like, I'm gonna let you know, cause like, if you look at Lost Files, you're gonna see. Look at how many features there's on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two from Cutie Pie, 2 from Kev, Big Bucks, my bro Tony, Free Tony, and who else? There's somebody else on there. Trey, Wapo. There's some people on there, but like this album, like I'm treating this as an album. You know what I mean? So, and it ain't gonna be no. I don't think there's gonna be any features on it. It's just gonna be about 11 songs. I'm thinking 11 songs, just a story, bro.
Yeah.
Me telling my story, telling the people what I've seen, what I went through, what I'm going through, what I want to see. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be ear opening to people, and it's gonna be enlightening, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, people gonna be seeing it differently. They're gonna be like, dang, I didn't even know he's gonna come like this. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, ugh, it's gonna give some chills, bro.
I'm excited.
It's gonna give, you better be, bro. It's gonna give everybody chills. It's gonna give myself chills, even once it come out, before it comes out, a few days before. Once I get it all recorded, because I've been writing it, bro. Like, I'm almost done with writing it, and I got the beats for it. Majority of the beats, I only need like one more beat, I think, and it's just at this point, it's just the recording, the mastering, the mixing, and that's that, bro. It's gonna be a wrap. It's crazy.
You got a set date or deadline for yourself or not?
I did. I was hoping for it to be by the end of the summer, but that's looking too close. It might not happen. I'm not tripping if it don't, but if it do, that's dope. But if it's in the fall, that's cool. By the end of 2020, I want it to be out though, for sure. So we'll see. Yeah. Yo.
I just be wanting to make sure everything is right for the artists. You feel me? Everything is right for y'all, man. Y'all are the talent that everything is built around at the end of the day. Yeah. But let's talk about your
the producers too, man. They don't
Thank
give
you
enough
for
respect.
reminding me
They do
to
not
shout
give
out the
enough
producers. Thank you.
Facts.
You work with on What's a Find.
With Lucio Graham.
Is he a close friend of yours?
Yeah, that's the bro, man. We've been cool since the start of college. I think we've been making music since him. Third, my bro Third, shout out Third. He got an album out on Spotify, all platforms. It's fire. He making new music. Phonies out. He be doing his thing.
Kev.
Me, him, yeah, Kev, bro.
He in Columbus.
That man.
Yeah.
Woo, that boy talented, man.
He's different, bro.
He's different.
He's different. All the y'all are different, bro. That's the thing. When I came back to Columbus, I was like, wait, y'all are like good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I've been linking up with, I've known them for a while. But when I listen to your music and then I get to know the person, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see why their music is so good. You know what I'm saying? So you should take pride in that, man. That's why when I came up to you or when I hit you, I was like, bro, this is not a cop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? How did you get to that point? How did you get to the point? Like, how did you start recording? Like,
man, I started even before the basement. I started on my phone up in my room. Let's start at that because, whoo, buddy, I was dropping off like Chance instrumentals and shit. Like freshman year of high school, I was rapping off Chance instrumentals. That Paranoia beat, you know that little beat that's after damn, what song is it? I've been riding around with the gun on my hip with the na-na-na. Is that?
why can't I think of that song's name, bro?
I can't either.
No. Yeah, that's a Chance song, though. No,
Yeah,
it's the
it's on Acid Rap.
No, but it's the second song with that long pause.
Yeah, that 30-second pause, and then you go into that. Bro, that little
Shout out
part.
Chance, though.
Shout out Chance, bro. He's go. He inspired me too, bro. Him, ALxSoul, Childish, bro.
I hear
It's so many people.
a lot of inspiration in your music.
Yeah, bro.
especially with how you tweak your vocals. Do you go in and tweak your vocals yourself?
Well, it's 50-50,
Okay.
I should say. I help the producers,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? It's always how I want it to be at the end,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But, dude, even Lucky, bro, that man, he know how to rap. He from Chicago.
Mm.
He's a dog, too. He's real inspiration. Him, Quentin Miller,
Quentin Miller,
that man's GOAT.
making straight cheese from Ghostwriting.
Ghostwriting, bro. Facts. Who else? Boy, anyways, so I started on my phone, bro, up in my room. Just some chance beats, you know, rapping. Terrible, bro. When I really look back at it, it's so bad. Like, I thought I was rhyming like some crazy stuff, and I really wasn't even rhyming at all. Like, it was weird, bro. Like, when you really look back on that type of stuff, you be like, dang. It's like looking at one of your middle school selfies and being like, whoa.
You're like, wow.
Like, it's crazy, bro. But it's a process, man. So I did that. I started doing that. I was writing so much in high school. I had this notebook, and I accidentally threw it away. I was salty as hell when I did. But I think that pushed me, too, when I threw that notebook away. That was probably like junior year of high school. Threw that notebook away on accident. It was the end of the year. Threw everything out, bro. I was like, yeah, let's go. Senior year.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done, bro. And then, so, I started writing more. Then freshman year of college, I'm in the classes and stuff, you know, staying on top of my books. That summer, man, I had some shit to do. I had some shit to say. So I dropped High Tide. And that had, No Stressing. It had ALX Season. It had What You're Talking About. And it had 6-1 Flow with Spacehead. That's the bro, too. We grew up together. That man, he know how to spit, too, bro. He got some stuff on SoundCloud and some heat. No cap. Like, he inspires me, too. All my bros that been making music, bro, all the people that I know, they all inspire me, bro. It's crazy. Him, Rado, Kev, Third, Lucio, everybody that makes beats, that makes songs, they've all been inspiring me, bro. And it's like, I love to see them elevate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so great.
For sure. Let's talk more about the tape, man. Because I remember reading your Instagram caption when you were talking about Lost Files.
Yeah.
You know, you said it was some good, some bad, you know, but it was really just a collection of 2017 and now. Well, cause me personally, I wouldn't have done nothing like that. I would have, anything that I felt like was trash isn't being used.
That's
what,
what,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's how a lot of people are, bro. And it's like I just felt like it was something necessary. Because, like, I didn't want to just let them go to waste, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like it was a part of me. So I can't just, like, say, like, F it, like, on to the next, let's just go to the album. Nah, bro. Like, I had to put that shit out. Like, especially even if it, like, wasn't exactly how I wanted to rap on that or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still me rapping right there and there and there. But even lyric-wise, like, some of that stuff, like, really, like, I was like, dang, I look back on it, like, dang, I was really talking some craziness on here, bro. Like, I'm really wild, bro. I was wildin'. Like, bro, I had my years, bro. I had my years of doing some crazy stuff, like unnecessary, wild stuff. And it's growth, bro. Facts. Like, especially, like, looking back at it and seeing the growth, that's growth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the good and the bad. It's the enlightening and the pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, got the pain with it too. Like, so what was we at? We was at Mockingbird's Fire, talking about really, like, basically explaining, like, me visualizing who really got my back and who don't. And who, like, me, what's the word? Evaluating my friendships, I should say. You know what I mean?
Check
So
your circles.
yeah, checking my circles, trying to make sure they tight and they connected well. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about to sit here and act all goody with somebody who that isn't elevating me, that isn't helping me, that isn't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not about to show, like, I'm not about to be all lovey-dovey to nothing like that. You know what I mean? So for the ones that is there, the ones that do want to see me grow, I want to see them grow. You know what I mean? The dudes that don't bring no toxic stuff into my life, I'm not about to do that to them. I'm trying to see both of us grow. You know what I mean? So that was Mockingbirds. Like, even the name itself, bro. birds, bro. That's the name. They birds, bro. There's a lot of people out here that's just
You have so much meaning behind every lyric you put in. Do you truly understand or like know that when you put it up? Like, do you have
sometimes, but some stuff it goes over my head myself. You know what I mean? And like, honestly like that Mockingbird song. That's not even my song, bro. That's Cutie Pie song.
Yeah.
That's hers. She went crazy.
She ain't watch you, but she went crazy.
I don't know. I would just say it's 50-50. But she definitely spazzed, and she brought it to me. Like she brought that beat to me. She already had her stuff written up. I'm like, all right, I'll see what I got. I had something written up, worked perfectly, and then I had to just write that last little part at the end, and that shit fit with what she was saying right then too. So it was cool. So Mockingbirds, that's a little dime right there. Then we recorded What You Want, same day, same night. That joint smooth.
So, y'all gotta go check it out, bro. Seriously, go check out his tape. I'll leave the link in the description, bro. All that. This is fire. Shout out, plug your socials too before I forget, because I always forget at the end. So
I got you.
I'm start doing it.
I got you. ALxSoul with a 0 for the O. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
On Instagram, Twitter, all that.
Instagram and Twitter is ALxS0UL.
Alright, you guys heard that for sure. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, What You Want, I was really just on some different shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that song itself, like, goes along with what I was saying earlier. Like, the pain and the recklessness and, you know, just doing what you want and not really, taking on the growth that you got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like 22 and confused, but I never want to lose.
Play it a little bit for him, bro. Play it for him.
Let it out, I'm in the booth. I've been low, don't know the news. Yeah, bro, that song, I was really like spitting on some, I'm gonna say what I want for this song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't care who's gonna feel some type of way about it, and I don't care who's not, but I'm about to just say some stuff on here.
Yeah.
Of what I'm feeling.
Play it into the mic real quick, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We're only gonna play the first couple lines.
That's cool.
Can't let them hear everything.
Nah, yeah, they gotta go see for themselves.
Oh, they will, trust me.
Be cool too.
Such replay value. Too much replay value.
Yeah. I don't even know who made this one.
You be coming on crazy though. You be coming on crazy. I tell you that every time.
But I never wanna lose. Let it out, I'm in the booth. I've been low, don't know the news.
Bro, there's way more bars than that, but just hearing it back over and over, it's like, bro, this man can spit, bro. This man can spit. Where do you find your flows from? Did they just come to you?
Yeah, they just come, bro. Like literally, even for like this, the album that I'm doing now, like I'll go to my room, go take a shower, bro, and I'll think of shit in the shower. Like I'm not even going fake. Sometimes that'd be the best shit when I'm in the shower and I'm like, I just start singing something and then I'm like, dang. So bro, that whole time in the shower, I'm just adding to it and just putting up like a good 4, 5, 6, 8 bars maybe. And then I go into my room after the shower, write that shit in my notes. I'm like, all right, bet. Like that's that. I might keep on going with it, or I might just wait till it's time. But bro, in the shower, when I'm driving, I'm not even gonna fake. When I'm driving, I might record some shit, bro. Wherever, bro. I'm gonna get it where I can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
how often do you listen to beats? All of it, like all day, or do you listen to your own music back? Like,
nah, I don't even listen to beats all like that for real. I just like, to be honest with you, I literally just listen to my favorite artists. Like when I'm listening to music, really, or my bros. Sometimes myself, but not really that. Like,
right.
I ain't really trying to listen to myself all like that. It get tiring, bro. But I'll listen to Lucky, Quentin Miller, Drake, and all that. Future.
Right.
I be listening to Future almost every day, bro.
I was listening to him this morning. That's my man.
I was listening to him last night, bro.
That's my man.
That's my man too. Yeah. There's a lot of people, bro. Young Thug, that man's a GOAT. But I listen to everything, bro. I don't really listen. When I'm gonna listen to a beat, it's because I'm trying to put some words to it. Like I'm trying to actually do some work, or I'm freestyling with my bro or something. You know what I'm saying? But usually it's to get some work done. So yeah.
Touch more about working at this every day. Like you say, you think it flows in the shower. You write stuff in your notes. You at this every day, clearly. You know, your music shows. So.
Every day. Sometimes, like when you get to a point where you're like doing it for hours and hours, you gotta like step back and really go back to it a different day and have a different, viewpoint, different feeling about it, and really that'll give you like a whole different like flavor for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but other than that, like I'm doing this shit damn near every day, either writing or looking for something like visualizers, anything. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what I can to get the next process going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. How dedicated you are to your craft already. Just from meeting you again. We know each other for a while, but meeting back up, hearing how good your music is, hearing what you got coming. You ain't even showed me no music. You ain't even showed me the beats. So I'm kind of salty. I can't even hear the beats. It's gonna be that crazy.
You'll see.
It's going that crazy.
You'll see.
I believe, bro. I 100,000% believe in your ability.
Yeah.
Or we wouldn't be sitting down. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just real. All right, bro. I know we took a little break, but we're back now. How you feeling?
Cool, man. Cool. Can't complain.
Yeah, bro. Got to stay cool under pressure, man. Got to.
Yeah.
Pressure makes diamonds, you know. But if you can keep calm in any situation, I don't even know. I'm just talking. But man, let's get into the protesting, the riots, and everything like that, man. How you feel about everything that's going on? Because there has been a lot of protesting in Columbus, so that's right close to where we live. So.
Yeah, bro. It's stressful. I'm not even gonna fake. Like even like talking to my parents about it, talking to everybody about it, bro. Expressing yourself about it, all of it's stressful, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard to see like barely any change happening. But I'm just praying, hoping and praying that some good change is going to come about this, and racism starts to settle down a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's here, obviously, and people are not really realizing it. So I'm just hoping it gets settled down. You know?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I feel like, obviously we've been black all our lives, so we understand the ramifications of what's going on.
Right.
But at the same time, what we doing is making positive change. You know what I'm saying? You with your art, that brings people together.
Yep.
Me with my business and my art, it's all an art form. You know what I'm saying? Art, music brings people together.
Facts.
So I feel like, us being black, us being young, us being entrepreneurs, is giving us a chance to make real change, to make a real difference. You know? So that's what I like about this, everything, the most that's going on. If I can find the silver lining, is that people are stepping up. People are nothing up, man.
Yeah, they are.
Even with the protesting and everything, you see people with wall colors on the front lines taking on the police.
It's good to see, bro.
It's good to see.
Good.
It's good to see.
Let's keep it. I just hope it keeps up. Hope some laws get changed, and hope some changes get made with the police force and stuff, bro. Because if not, it's just gonna keep on happening, bro.
You see that they defunded the police in Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy. I don't know.
It's crazy.
What do you think is gonna happen? Like, what's gonna stem from that? Like,
I don't know. I hope they just have like some type of response force or something in place of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody that can come and settle a thing easily and take somebody to jail if they need to be. But if not, go. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be quick, bro. It shouldn't be all this like kneeling on the necks and shit, bro. It's too much, bro. It's just doing too much.
Yeah, they make it super theatrical.
Yeah.
Let's hop off the sad, depressing shit. You feel me? Everything's back up. You feel me? But that was good talk, man. I really do appreciate hearing different people's perspectives about everything that's going on. So, but let's talk about some of your other standout favorite tracks from your EP.
All right. I would say that one with Kev, Time. That's a good fave, bro. That one's cool. I was spitting, bro. That was 2018. Take some time, feel the vibe, ride with me. Bro, that shit just smooth, man. I wish we went into the actual studio and recorded that, like, full out, a whole song. But, bro, after it gets to a certain point, it's 2020 now.
Yeah,
You know what I
put that
mean?
out,
So
yeah.
just put it out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
put that
saying?
out.
Nice little snippet. Just get the audience to feel something old, like, they was on this back then. You know what I'm saying? People just gonna look back at that shit. Just
That's
be
what I'm
like,
saying. It's all legendary, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I've been telling everybody, you gotta visualize yourself being where you want to be.
Yep.
So everything you drop is a classic.
Exactly, bro.
Like, it could
Exactly.
be terrible. It could be terrible
Exactly.
for somebody. But they like, oh, they put it out. It's gonna inspire somebody else to do that, to do the same thing, to become an artist, to do whatever.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, we actually doing real good, making real change in the world just by being ourselves.
Exactly.
It's
I agree. That song, man, Dark Place with Big Bucks, that one's a banger. Dude was just going off the top on the drawing. I had like the last 10 minutes of the studio time to spit my little spiel. I was like, all right, bet, because we was gonna do 2 songs, but we was running out of time. I'm like, all right, bro, let me just hop on this joint. It's like, all right, I just spit that little. I ain't Superman, can't say, oh, I don't need a friend, had to let her go, because I'm wishy-washy, I'm a piggy. But I just started going.
Yeah.
But that John, bro, even the song with Trey, Head Honcho, bro, that one's hard, bro. Like, that verse, shirt tucked on the head honcho. She wanna peep my draws, man. Don't got a pair of ball mates, but a bad bitch on my balls, man. Eyes that you gonna be Benny and Honey. Bitches trying to call me. That hoe on the reservation, but she kept on talking. Oh, now she's stalking. I was going, bro. Like, oh my gosh, that verse is it's classic to me.
The
That
wordplay
verse.
on the tape is insane.
Bro.
It is. Like, I will always credit that tape. I will credit you with being a lyricist first, because I know your background. You already talked about it.
Yep.
So it's like, you was listening to Kendrick when you was 15. All right, I already know where your mind is at. Like he was at 22. So.
Man, I was listening to him the other day, bro. It just brings me back to that time, 2015, 2016. I'm just like, damn, where was I back then? Like, what was I doing? Like,
Imagine going back and seeing yourself from 2015. I would fight my younger brother. That's just me.
I probably would too.
Yeah.
Man, I was wild back then, bro. I didn't care about nothing.
What's some story? You got a story or no? You just was wild. Yeah.
It's 2015, 2016. That was senior year, bro. I was reckless, bro. Like, I was just doing unnecessary shit. Like, I got this girl and whatnot, and like senior year, and things was cool, but bro, once I hit college, everything changed. Like, that fall semester of college, that spring semester, and it's crazy how I was like on top of my stuff too, while I was being reckless as hell. You know what I mean? Like,
Firing on all cylinders.
yeah, bro. Like, there was nobody stopping me, bro. I was just doing whatever. I ended up like that. The end of spring semester, bro, I had like a 3.9 GPA, and I'm looking back, like, I don't even understand how, bro. I was in calculus 2, bro. If any engineer watching this, they know how hard that bitch is, bro.
I would almost
Like,
feel pre-calc.
Pre-calc ain't no joke either.
Don't worry about me.
I'm not gonna fake. Pre-calc is harder than calc 1, bro.
Really?
Low key. I don't, cause you gotta learn the basics before you learn the easier stuff. Calc 1 is the easier stuff, I feel like. Then calc 2 is just.
So no wonder why you good at music, you good at math.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The numbers together after the worst. Yeah, I guess so.
Guys, bro, you can analytically think.
Yeah.
That's why I know you're good at music. Yeah,
Appreciate
it's great, and it shows.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go check it out, man. Seriously,
Facts.
go
Y'all
check
need to.
ALxSoul out today. Turn this podcast off right
Yes,
now
sir.
because you already are watching. So
Yes, sir.
you already did your job. Thank you. Go stream his music. Seriously, go turn this podcast off and stream his
Lost
music.
Files Constellation, ALxSoul, all platforms. Not the Lost Files, but What to Find, Alien, No Stressing, all platforms. Check me out, you know what I'm saying? Some heat. Got the album on the way.
No title? No title for the album? You can't even tell us the title, bro!
I was thinking it's gonna be Higher Tide. Cause I had High Tide 2017.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be a higher one.
Okay. I see what type of music you
Yeah,
are.
bro.
No wonder you're keeping it on the low. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Just off the title, see? Just off the title.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Already
and
know.
it's crazy, bro. I was thinking about calling it Low Tide, and I thought back on it, and I'm just like, why would I call it Low Tide? Why would I want to be in the low tide right now if I'm doing even better than I was with the high tide? You know what I'm saying? that low tide was back in high school before I was even writing music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I already went through that. It's just going. You know what I'm saying? It's higher now, bro. So
This my man, bro. He just does it. He just understand. You just understand how life works or
Yeah.
how creativity works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta keep yourself
trying to understand as well as I can, bro. There's only so far we can go with things, but man, it's still endless at the same time.
Yeah. Cause every level in life requires a different you. You know what I'm saying? So every
Facts.
album, this album, you said, I'm treating this like an album. So I'm like, okay, I'm already expecting something crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And you're gonna deliver it because you told me what type of beats you're gonna use. I'm not gonna have you tell me, but you told me what type of beats you're gonna use. I'm like, oh, okay, I see.
Bro.
I see where you're coming from.
They about to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's right there for you. It's right there. Like you already here, really. Yeah, if you really think about it, you already won just by doing what you want to do. So now it's just about consistently doing it.
Producing. Facts. Man, Lost Files was cool, man. I was on to the next. You know what I'm saying? Had the hard parts, the dark place, the head honcho, the hard beats. You know, had the smooth stuff, the hard to my writing. Okay, I lied. You had to clear some shit up. No stressing. Fucking what to find, bro. It's always an end goal or like an end meaning to it all. You know what I'm saying? So gotta find yourself. You know what I mean? Gotta focus on the bigger things, the bigger pictures. So
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah.
Whether it comes at the end of the summer or 2020, I'll be there for it. I'm
Alright.
pre-ordering it, all that, man. Tell them where they can find your music just one more time for
you can find
content's sake.
Lost Files Constellation, SoundCloud. You can find What to Find, Alien, No Stretching on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. What else we got?
Google?
YouTube
Wait,
Music,
is Google streaming service?
yeah, Google Play, Pandora, Tidal, whatever.
Everywhere, man.
Everything,
Yeah,
bro.
you can find
Everything.
that shit anywhere.
Lyrics on Apple Music. I'm about to put some lyrics on Rap Genius. I got y'all, man. So stay tuned. ALxSoul. ALxSoul. Instagram ALxS0UL. Same as Twitter. So good.
All right, man.